The character Netflix messed up the most in Season 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender is undeniably Katara. It's bad that they messed up at all, but Katara is one of the most pivotal characters to the story. Her motherly nature helps shape Aang, Toph, and even Sokka into the powerful and caring people that they become. Her own arc is interesting as well, as it deals with revenge and what happens when you're forced to grow up too early. Katara is a shining example of a well-written character. So what happens when you strip all of that away from her? Netflix removed almost all of the complexity from Katara's character in Season 1, and if they want to have consistent writing throughout the upcoming seasons, they're going to need to address this, because they did something horrible in Season 1. They changed Katara's internal motivations and desires. As I talk about all the time on this channel, a character needs to have those strong internal motivations to be interesting, at least in my opinion. Netflix didn't take those away from Katara, but they did change them significantly. Instead of Katara being driven by a desire to protect and help Aang, her goal is now to be a powerful waterbender. This is dangerous, but I don't think her character is entirely ruined. This goal makes Katara much less of simply a good character, and if done right, can add different complexity and much more emotional impact to some later episodes in Season 3. Now, I'm not saying it could be better than the original, I'm just saying that there are some good things that it could be doing differently. First, let's prove that Katara is chasing power. In the live-action show, we are introduced to her as she is waterbending. This isn't too different from the original, but something else changes immediately after Aang. In the live-action show, Aang helps Katara waterbend immediately, and we see that she is desperate to learn more from him. Later, when they're at the North Pole, she wants to learn how to fight, not because she views the Northern Water Tribe's segregation as wrong, but because she wants to learn how to fight. It's less about equality and more about her desires of fighting. Now, keeping in mind that this is not the same arc and goals that she had in the original show, I want to try and find the positives in the extremely reductive arc and character that Netflix gave her. Let's analyze how Season 2 can use Katara's new power-focused personality to set up some absolutely crushing payoffs in Season 3, specifically revolving around the bloodbending. Katara's motivational shift in learning from Pakku in the North Pole does not just affect Season 1. If Katara is fighting for her own desire to be the strongest instead of for equality, then that dramatically changes her relationship to Aang as his teacher. In the animated show, Katara was already a little jealous of Aang because of his natural ability as a waterbender. Now add in the fact that Katara doesn't just want to be a good waterbender, she wants to be the best waterbender. But that will pretty much always be Aang, the guy who she is supposed to be teaching waterbending to. The teacher-student relationship is vital to The Last Airbender, but now it has an entirely different emotional resonance behind it. And it doesn't end with Aang and Katara. It also affects Katara and Toph. Now, I've made not one, but 2 videos on why Toph is the most important character in Season 2, so I won't get into that here. What I will talk about is how Katara's changed ideology changes her relationship to Toph. She is less of the mom of the group now, so that should be less of a point of friction between them. Also, Toph is older now, which means that theoretically she should be a little bit less immature, or I mean, it's gonna come across a little strangely. If they want to keep the serious tone of the show, they need to move away from the frivolous arguments about chores and control and lean into the arguments about the correct use of power. This is where the Blind Bandit episode comes in. But that argument about fun versus immaturity can't show up for the first time in that episode in Season 3. It needs to be set up in Season 2. The last thing that they need to set up in Season 2, and that they already have even in Season 1 in my mind, is the bloodbending arc. Katara is obsessed with becoming a better waterbender, with learning more moves. Eventually, she's gonna run out of moves to learn. This is where Hama comes in Season 3, teaching her bloodbending and unlocking crazy levels of power that Katara never even dreamed of. I think that the existence of bloodbending should be set up in Season 2, probably in the episode at the library. So look, Netflix did legitimately flub Katara's character in Season 1. They made her simple, one-note, and generic. But I think that they could use it for good. They could give Katara an extremely interesting arc about the correct use of power, how much power is too much power, and if that power should even be used. Katara was turned into a shallow girl boss by the writers of Season 1. But there are interesting things that can be explored in Season 2 playing off of that. So what do y'all think? Mom Katara or Warrior Katara? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like on it and sub for more Avatar: The Last Airbender content. Season 2 is about to drop in like 2 days and I'm very excited. But hey, if you like elemental magic systems and interesting characters, check out my book, Silent. It's totally clean, super fun, and pretty cheap on Amazon. With all that said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Farewell, friends.